Before we start, we wanted to share a few principles with you about foraging. I'm going to have my husband share that. Just kind of some things to keep in mind as you forage.
I'm just going to share some things and you can interject whatever I forget. But we always want to make sure that whatever we're going to harvest, we want to make sure that we can 100% identify it. So I like thinking of it like if anybody has studied for something, like if you're studying your Bible, I'll just speak for me, I won't speak for you. But if I'm not presenting, I'm more casual with my study. But because we're presenting to you, we can't be casual. And so my suggestion to you is to go out, I think of you especially, sister, with homeschooling. This would be a good homeschooling project that you can work on from day to day. Identify it as that plant is growing, because it has different stages, of course, like us in our lives, and so it changes. So from the springtime to the summertime to the fall, you may not even recognize it as the same plant. So you have to spend time throughout the year, with plants, identifying them. And so we want to be 100% certain that what we are harvesting is what we want to harvest. And then we want to be careful where we're harvesting. From where I'm from in North Dakota, you really have to be careful, because most of the land is farmland, and it's heavily sprayed with chemicals, and there's a lot of runoff. My uncle, he's a farmer, and he does custom spraying as well. I'm just giving you this as a side note. There's 32 quarts of chemicals per acre that they have to put on the crops now. Now that's a mixture, but he said when he first started out, it was somewhere around 4 to 6 quarts, but the weeds are becoming so virulent that they've got to keep pouring and pouring. So you need to be careful where you're harvesting. You don't really want to be on roadsides either, but here is pretty safe, I think, from what we can see. So be careful where you're harvesting, and don't over-harvest. There are some things such as dandelions and plantain, you can take all you want because there's an abundance of them. But there are certain things, especially depending where you're at, that there are not a lot. So if you see like 3 of one thing, for example, take 1. Leave 2 behind. And be careful with your footprint. Don't leave a mess. Just watch where you're walking, and just be considerate of others. And I usually, typically when we go out, I carry my snake stick. I don't know if copperheads are... That's what I have in mine too. I've got a fork on the end of mine. Mine's a heavier stick.
Pin the snake down.
I killed copperhead with it. So when you're out foraging, I don't know if snakes are out yet.
We have copperheads too.
And you have copperheads. So I've used it. And so for me, I recommend it. But we were down there. I think we should be okay. I'm not sure, but anyway.
I think we'll be all right.
Anything else, Dana?
Okay. I got this off of Amazon. It's a bandana. Whenever you go harvesting, foraging, you need some kind of container. And this is a really cool bandana that has these principles of foraging in the corner, some different herbs around the circle, and it shows what they're used for. I'm happy to pass this around so everybody can look at it. If you want to get one, I got mine off of Amazon. I think you would just call it Foraging Bandana. These are really cool. You can use it to filter water. You can use it to carry herbs when you've been out there. If it's cold, you can put it around your neck. You can use it to tie your hair back, just any number of things. If you're in harvesting in territory where there's big cats like cougars and stuff, they have one that has 2 big eyeballs on the back because they like to attack you from behind. And a lot of people wear that bandana with those big eyeballs on the back, so it looks like you're looking at them, so you can get those too. So this can go around. If anybody wants to look at it, you're welcome to. We also have some books. These are our personal favorites, so if you want to thumb through, if you want to take a picture of the cover. My absolute favorite is Free Food and Medicine. This is by Marcus Rothkranz. He's probably about as new age as anybody can be, but the information in this book is excellent. It's got a lot of color pictures, and just, yes, it's a really, really good book. These will be here when we get back. We can take them with us if we need to. This is Sergei Butanko, Wild Edibles. He and his family had personal experience with healing from wild edibles. They went on an only wild edible diet for some months, and all of their chronic illnesses were gone. You know, so that's a pretty good one. And then this one is more for our region. This is by Corey Pine Shane. It's southeastern medicinal plants. So this is really, really pertinent for our region. Okay. There is also an app that there's more than one app, but the one that we use is called Picture This. Picture This. It is not always right. So be very aware of that. It's often wrong. I shouldn't say often, but it is sometimes wrong. And what I recommend is if you look at a plant, oh, what is that? Take a picture of it, get an ID on Picture This, and then go back and compare it to your textbooks. Okay? Once you get to where you're familiar with a plant, you can identify it in seconds. And we want to learn to identify it at each stage of its life. We're in early spring here, so the plants are very young. Very few of them are flowered out. So we're not going to be able to identify them, like the Bible says, by their fruits. Okay, we're going to have to learn some key features before that time. So we're going to get started. We're all going to go to the side of our little mansion over here. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Right here in this 7 feet, this little 7-foot section is a tremendous amount of food and medicine, just right here. Okay, some of you have already pointed some out to me. All right, this right here. Now, normally I would hand it to people to spray, but they have dogs and some of them spray. So I don't recommend just tasting this unless you wash it. But we can take some samples, pass them around. If you want to pass some around there for me. This is what we call wood sorrel. Wood sorrel. The wood sorrel has a very tangy, lemony flavor. It's excellent in salads. It's very high in vitamin C. Anything in nature that's got that tart flavor is going to be high in vitamin C. You're going to get a lot of minerals and stuff from it. Whenever it fruits out, where this flower is, it looks like a tiny miniature okra. A little tiny okra pod. And those are edible too. So later in the season, if you see a little plant with little okra sticking up, little tiny, they'll be about maybe 3/4 of an inch long. That's wood sorrel. Okay, wood sorrel. It's edible. It's high in vitamin C. It's got some magnesium in it. So it's good for your body. Yeah, it's a very cleansing plant, so it's really good to use for smoothies. But if you're prone to kidney stones, you might want to use it with caution because it is high in oxalic acid, and it can, prompt some kidney stones in some people. Some people call this cudweed. Cudweed? Cudweed. It's Pennsylvania everlasting. Pennsylvania everlasting. That's really good for varicose veins. It's good for venous blood flow. Venous blood flow. So you can make a tea. You can even make a poultice out of that and put it right on varicose veins. Varicose veins. Pennsylvania everlasting.
This is called Pennsylvania everlasting.
Pennsylvania everlasting. Yes. And we need to get close-ups in the camera there. So whenever we...
This one's flowering. Is this what you were talking about? Or no?
I don't have my glasses, but no. It actually, it looks like a little... does that look like a little tiny okra? I can't really see it. No. It's going to look... you're going to look at that and think, that's a tiny little okra. It looks exactly like a little tiny okra. So we also have chickweed here. There's several different species of chickweed. This one is a little bit different from what we have at our place, but this is a chickweed. Chickweed makes an excellent wound salve. It's very good in salads. It tastes good. High in vitamin C.
Tastes good.
Tastes good. A lot of these edibles don't taste good, but chickweed is one that does, and so is the wood sorrel. The wood sorrel tastes really good.
Chickweed.
Chickweed, yes. And then, of course, we have the narrow leaf plantain. We have the narrow leaf plantain. It's not the banana plantain like the one in Jamaica. This is different. There's a narrow leaf, and then on the other side of the garage here, there's a broad leaf. There's one that has a wide leaf. Same medicinal uses.
That's what? Narrow leaf plantain.
Who knows where psyllium comes from?
Psyllium.
Psyllium. He knows. Okay, when the plantain sends up its seed stalk and it has the little seeds all over it, that's psyllium. That is psyllium. Very good for the colon.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
This is plantain, and when the seed pod comes up, the seeds are psyllium.
Okay.
Yeah, this makes an excellent wound salve. It's also really good for venomous bites and stings. I know of a man who got bitten by a rattlesnake, and he went down by the river and just ate plantain for 24 hours, and he survived. That's all he did was eat plantain and pack it in the snake bite. That one, yes, plantain. Yeah, have to mark them off here as we go so I don't repeat myself. Plantain is one of those plants that you can't go wrong. If you don't know what to put on a wound or boo-boo or whatever, just go get some plantain. It's good for everything. Kind of, and you can use the young leaves similarly to lettuce, but if you get the old leaves and you try to use them as lettuce, you will regret it. It's extremely bitter, okay? But it is very, very medicinal. The entire plant is edible and medicinal. That's curly dock. There's also yellow dock that the leaves are more smooth. And this is really good to increase bile flow. It's good for the liver. Very good for the liver. Yeah. Who wants a leaf? These are young plants, so you could actually eat these younger leaves.
Can you make a tea out of it?
You can make a tea out of it, yes. Yes, you can make a tea. A lot of people put that in the salve too. It will send up a seed stalk. When it sends up that seed stalk, those seeds are edible, and I think the curly dock and the burdock, you can sprout the seeds.
That blackberry or raspberry? I ain't gonna be able to tell you what nothing is. I already know I ain't.
Whichever, whether it's black or red, it's useful. The root of the wild blackberry is excellent for pain.
This right here, the root of this is the root
right here.
Big sticker.
What about them thorns?
Yeah, it's got thorns. Yes, it does have thorns.
Called?
Wild blackberry. You can eat these young leaves. The young leaves are pretty tasty. And then if you dig up the root, remember any plant that you use the root, you're killing that plant. So the Cherokee, my heritage, a part of my heritage is Cherokee Indian, and they were known for their foraging. And they had a rule that they only took a third of whatever they were harvesting. You don't just wipe it out, because that may be the only patch of whatever that is in the area. So you want it to survive. So if the root is the medicine, and let me give you a really important key. You need to think like a plant. In the springtime, where is the plant putting its energy?
In the ground, in the leaves.
In the leaves. It's putting its energy into the leaves. So where would most of the medicine be? In the leaves. In the summertime, where is it putting its energy? Into the fruit. So in the summertime, typically the fruit is going to be the most medicinal. In the fall, where is it putting its energy? Back into the root. So in the fall is the good time to dig the roots for medicine. Okay, that's a good key to remember. Kalon is going to talk about another one. Does anybody see another one here? If not, I'm going to bring Kalon in.
See, you mean more wild blackberry things?
Yes, and there's also wild blackberry, and this is dewberry.
There's a lot of it in the yard here. You probably see it everywhere. The reason why I'm showing you this one, because I want to show it in two different stages, so you get a better idea of.
That big black snake.
This here is called lyre leaf sage. Now I'm showing you this one because you'll see that it's in a rosette. That's very identifying of a lyre leaf sage. But I want to show you now, let's move over to here and you're going to see something else. Lyre leaf sage.
Like L-I-A-R, lion?
Lyre.
In the name where it got its name was because a lyre is very much like a harp, and they claim that the leaves look like harps. I don't know, I don't see it, but that's where the name comes from. But I want to show you one here. This here, you almost stepped on it, as a flower. This stem now comes up right out. That's why I took you over to that one so you could see the rosette. This is the stem here. To identify it, you're going to see on this, it's kind of hairy. Do you see them hairs?
Yes.
Okay. And you're
Lyre leaf sage.
lyre leaf sage. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Going to have these flowers now. Most of these are falling out. Yes.
Is that in the mint family?
Yes.
Yeah. And you can feel the stalk. It's a good point. It's in the mint family, and all the plants in the mint family have square stems. Okay.
They don't all smell like mint, but
No.
they are in that family.
But this is a minty taste to it too. So now this plant here, all of it is edible. You can eat the flower, the leaves. I don't know about the roots though. I'm not sure.
That's white clover.
But anyway,
White?
it's good for things such as gas, bloating.
Huh?
It's
White
a good
or red?
laxative.
White.
That's
white
the
clover.
best way to use this is if you can use all of it. If you just steep it in some water to bring out the components, the medicinal values of it, and so you can drink it as a tea.
What's the one at your knee right there?
What is that one? I think everyone.
Dandelion.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody tell me what dandelion's good for. Very good. Liver, hormones, cleansing. Did you know that you can take these and use them as spaghetti? You can use these as a gluten-free spaghetti alternative. So just take that in, very, very lightly steam it. Actually, you could just put boiling water over and let it be done, and then put your sauce over it.
The leaves are really good in a salad. I enjoy
Yeah,
them.
very good. And even the flowers,
The
flowers.
flowers, but the roots too, you can dry them out. And there are people who like coffee. It
Yeah.
tastes very much.
Taping all of this?
Yes, Genesis is.
Yeah, he's somewhere with the there he is. Okay, we're gonna head down.
Hard to think.
What is this?
Wild onion.
Yes, and they're delicious. They're very, very delicious. I use these all the time in cooking and stuff when we had our farm. Wild onion. Oh, eat them.
Eat it. Now I'm going to eat it.
Yeah, eat it. And if you have a little spade, it'll have a tiny little bulb on the bottom. I wasn't sure what species, excuse me, what species it was, but we looked it up, and it's Virginia pine. The pine tree is called the grocery store of the woods because it has so many uses.
Really?
During COVID, I was having people take a handful of the leaves, the needles, boiling them to make a tea, and it's extremely high in vitamin C. But it's not just high in vitamin C, it's high in something called shikimic acid, and that was one of the things that was really good at zapping the virus. It's powerfully antiviral. Okay? The little catkins that are on here, now your pollen is kind of getting
Dana, can you repeat for Miss Yemi?
Is it Shakima?
shikimic. I have a video on that called All Things Spiked on our YouTube channel. I talk about that. Your pollen is getting ready to start coming out, and these catkins, the pollen is what we call androgenic. That helps to balance male hormones. It can help guys to raise their testosterone level naturally. Okay, so then you can, what's that?
Mr. Bruce says if you just breathe it in, that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But if you, Kalon, what's Kalon? Can you come and scrape off some cambium from the tree? You can maybe take it off of the pine sap for medicine.
I've never used it.
Anybody? It's loaded with B vitamins. It's got B vitamins. You can chew a little of the sap. It's got B vitamins in it. You can use it for wound care. If you're out in nature, you get cut, put some pine sap on it. Don't use it for animal scratches or bites, because that's how I got tetanus. I was experimenting with pine at the time, My cat scratched me very deeply. I washed it, made it bleed, and then I put pine sap on it. Apparently I sealed up a Clostridium bacteria in there because Clostridium tetani is extremely virulent, and I ended up with tetanus. He pulled the wood off so that you can see there's a very soft, you can feel it's very soft layer right there. That's called the cambium. That's kind of like, okay, there's another. Now it's not the wood. Yes, you can eat it. It's, see that stringy looking stuff?
Yeah.
That's cambium. You can eat that. This is safe to eat if somebody wants to taste it. It's very fibrous, but you can taste the piney flavor. Okay, and then what else you can do with that?
That's not bad.
My voice is going to give out on me if I have to scream.
I can eat this.
If you take that cambium and saute it, it becomes crispy like bacon.
Really? Ooh.
Ooh!
I've
Season
never. It's good. I like it. It's good.
Pine is high in pycnogenol, which is a bioflavonoid, which is highly anti-inflammatory.
I know somebody who was pycnogenol. What do you do with it?
Well, really the best thing is make a tea or to saute it. The cambium for eating is really a survival food. It's not something, because when you take the cambium from a tree, that's its life. We have to flee to the wilderness. This can be your toothbrush. Or you can actually take a small branch, clean it off, brush with the end of that branch, you know, for your teeth, and then chew some of the leaves to kind of freshen up your breath. Juniper and cedars, junipers and cedars. Yeah, and the cambium of the cedar is anti-parasitic. Okay.
Really? Like when you cut the tree and you get that middle thing inside,
yeah,
that sap looking thing, but it's not really sap.
Right.
It's the cambium.
Right, it's the cambium. It's that fibrous. It's right underneath the bark, right on top of the wood. It's between the wood, the actual wood, and the bark.
Where you get the anti-parasitic?
The stones, a lot of the berries, a lot of people use those. Have you ever heard of using juniper berry for diabetes?
Yeah. So that's where it comes
Is this?
That's where it comes from. Yes. This is privet hedge. It does have some uses, but I've not studied it a lot. But that's what it is. It gets a flower that smells really nice, but it's extremely invasive. So it's not one you really want to plant. This is maple. I believe this is red maple.
Red maple.
All of the maples produce keys, those helicopter things that come down. Those are edible when they're green.
When they're green.
The young leaves are edible, and the inner bark, the cambium of this, is also useful. And then when you have the sugar maple, particularly, all maples you can tap, but the sugar maple, you get that maple.
Syrup.
It's the more the juice, and then you boil it down to get the syrup. But there's a lot of nutrition, a lot of vitamins in the sap of these trees. There's other trees that I believe it's red maple. It is a maple. I'm pretty sure it's red maple.
Yeah, it looks like a red maple.
Yeah, and it's easy to kind of tell here because the red here. And the red maple is usually the first one to come out in the spring. It's usually the first maple to come out in the spring.
It's something interesting on this honeysuckle. When it's young like this, what does that look like?
Great.
It almost looks like an oak leaf. And so it'll look like an oak leaf. But to know and to make sure that you have the Japanese honeysuckle, because there's over 200 varieties of honeysuckle, and most of them are shrubs, but you want to make sure that it's a vine. This is a vine. And so the honeysuckle, you'll see as the vine grows up, you always have two opposite leaves. They're oval, and this is where the flowers will come out when they start flowering. For every leaf there will be a flower. Okay, now I'm sure you've seen the flowers. They're either yellow or white. And this is very good as an antibacterial, anti-inflammatory. They use it for ear infections, skin infections. You can use it topically. You can make an infusion with it to drink it. Very useful plant. All of it, again, of this is edible as well. The flowers. But really, I haven't seen, the only thing I've seen flowering here was that lyre leaf sage. So it's very early in the season.
Is nature's doxycycline. This is antibiotic right here. Okay. This is antibiotic. This is called Usnea. U-S-N-E-A. U-S-N-E-A. There's some hanging on the branch right in front of you guys. You see it?
I take a picture of that. That's a big, nice chunk.
Is it a kind of moss or?
It's a lichen. Yes. I have a video on our YouTube channel about Usnea. So if you want to learn more about it, you can go to our channel and watch that.
But nature's antibiotic?
It's a very powerful antiviral, antifungal, antibiotic. If you're out here in nature, if you're in the wilderness or whatever, you fall and cut yourself, you can take this and pack it in the wound. It'll keep it from getting infected and help it to heal. Okay? There are lookalikes. There are lookalikes. So the way that you know that you have the right one, when you pull it, it'll have that white fiber. When it's dry like this, that's kind of brittle, but it's always got the white fiber. But if I dipped it in the water down here and hydrated it, it would be like a rubber band. It would be very fibrous and stringy like. The little round discs that are on here are called apothecium, and the apothecium is the fertile surface. That answers to the gills of the mushroom. Okay? So that's the fertile surface right there. So this one was in its reproductive phase right here. It fell out of these trees up here. I'm going to show you another tree as we go on around the trail that is just completely covered. And it likes to grow. It will grow on pine, but it prefers hardwoods, fruiting woods. So somebody asked me, who was it that asked me and said this was growing on this lichen was growing on their fruit trees? Okay, because it always grows in conjunction, and I dropped it with a white lichen. And when we get further around, I'll show you that. Okay, so we can pass this around. So you can't just steep it. You have to kind of boil it for a few minutes, and you can make a tea.
So when you pick it off, how long is it good for after you detach it from its life source?
If you store it properly, which is in a cool, dark area, most herbs will have their peak usability, peak potency for about 2 years.
And then you could dehydrate it, right?
Well, what I prefer to do is make like a tincture or some type of extract, because in particular tinctures can last 30 years. Yeah, 30 years or more. So here is the lichen. Kalon is showing the lichen that it grows in conjunction with. You'll always see Usnea growing with this lichen. Okay? Or I guess this is more of an algae.
So that's edible?
You can eat it, but it doesn't taste very good.
Eat what? That?
Yeah. These are cedar tips. These are actually kind of nice. So if anybody wants to go by and pick a cedar tip, you're going to get some rose hips off of this in the fall, and those are high in vitamin C. Okay, you can eat the use the rose hips as a tea, make a tea out of it. So if you blend, what else did we talk about that's high in vitamin C? Pine needles. Imagine if you mix the pine needles and the rose hips, you get a big wallop of vitamin C. Okay.
This is something you probably all are familiar with, I'm sure. This is elderberry.
Nice.
There is a lot of elderberry down here. Now, elderberry, the reason why we're seeing a lot of it here, I believe, is because it likes its feet wet. So it's going to be in areas where it's wet. But you see the elderberry, to identify it, it's going to come up. These are called compound leaves. That means there's multiple leaves, and they're opposite from one another. And they have an oval shape, and they're little sawtooth on the edges, a little jagged, and they'll come to a point on the end. But you've all seen, I'm sure, the flowers of the elderberry. And you need to know how to identify that it is elderberry, because there are some. Right. There are berries that are look very similar that are poisonous. Right, the pokeberry. But one thing with the elderberry, so you know that the top of the, because it'll first have the flowers. It'll either be flat or it'll be a little rounded. But if it's pyramided or like a grape, cluster?
Clusters.
Yeah, that's not elderberry. You don't want that. So it's either going to be flat or slightly rounded. Okay, that's how you'll know that it's elderberry.
It looks like Queen's House lace.
Pardon?
No, I said that it looks like Queen's House lace.
You're very much,
Similar.
they actually compare
Similar.
that to it because Queen's Anne's lace has that flat top with their flowers as well. That's right. So now elderberry, a lot of us have probably used it for colds and so forth, and it's high in vitamin C. But elderberry is good for the onset of colds and flus. Once you're established into it, elderberry is not a very strong medicinal. It's not. So it's for onset, for respiratory issues.
This is smilax. Some people call it sarsaparilla. It's the root is the medicine, although the other parts of the plant are also useful. The root, you can eat it, but it's typically used because of its hormonal properties. It helps to balance hormones. Okay, we'll show you other plants that are. There's a lot of different species. This one is. There was a round one that was probably what they call rotundifolia. It's kind of roundish, like a heart shape.
We call it sawbriar here.
What's that? Some people call it sawbriar, greenbrier. Yeah. Who wants to eat this?
I will.
It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I have another?
We'll find you another tip. That one has opened up a little bit. You can eat it, but it's not very much. But the tips are fantastic. They're very good. Good. Okay, yeah, that's what I was looking for. These are called fiddleheads. And you can see why. You see that? It's a nice little fiddlehead. These are ferns. Once they open up, they're not edible. But you can grab them like this, these fiddleheads, and most people saute them.
It looks like fiddle flowers.
Oh, so you can look like a
It's like the
world. The leaves come off.
Yep. And you can see here some of them are already unfurled. But the fiddleheads, they're not one that you want to make a meal out of on a regular basis because they are kind of strong. But you can add these, toss them in some type of wild edible stir fry or something. Does anybody know what this is?
No, we see that.
Looks like a young oak tree to me.
Okay. Does anybody know, where did I see it?
I saw some.
Right here. Does anybody know what this is? Somebody just pointed it out to us up yonder.
Oh, it's poison ivy.
This is poison ivy. Poison ivy is everywhere in here. And so is this.
That's poison ivy too.
No, this is the antidote.
That's an antidote.
This is the antidote. This is called jewelweed. Jewelweed.
Another name for it.
Touch me not is another name. Touch me
When you're
not.
exposed to poison ivy, do you just rub that over?
You take the juice and rub, and it's the antidote. It really works. It really works.
Just the leaves. You just make
Yeah,
a
but
scab
you
out of
can-
it and rub it on your skin.
You see how it's kind of juicy? Now this will get really big. It'll get big up like this. This is going to be bushy in here. And when the flowers come, you can eat the flowers. And it'll make these little seed pods that when you touch the seed pods, they explode and send seeds everywhere. Yeah, it's jewelweed.
It's like and
Yep.
it'll just pop open,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, that's why they call them touch-me-nots. Yep.
Are they always biting?
Yeah, the jewelweed. You can make a salve out of it. You can even eat the leaves, the young leaves, and the flowers are edible. The seeds are edible too. The seeds kind of taste like walnuts. Yeah, they're very tasty.
Tana, if you get home and you get poison ivy erupting, take the inside of a banana peel, and rub it on. It's wonderful.
Okay, good. Thank you. It's hard to identify without the full leaves. And this it's poplar. This is a tulip poplar. When the flowers come, they're beautiful, beautiful orange, greenish, yellow combination. And whenever they first start coming out, if you can find a young poplar, which I need to dig me some up to take home, if you can find the young one right before the flowers start coming out, there's like this little, it's kind of the flower bud, and if you can, that's kind of high, but if you find a lower, smaller tree and it has those flower buds on it, those things are packed with vitamins and minerals. Packed with vitamins and minerals. If you take the cambium, you remember the cambium, which is that inner bark, this is also anti-parasite medicine on the tulip poplar tree. The young leaves of the tulip poplar are edible. I don't recommend, okay, here we go. Here's a young one right here. You can see the leaves. They're very pretty. They almost look like a mitt. There's another tree in the forest that looks like a mitt like that. But you can see that. But it's that cambium layer. There'll be just a tiny bit of cambium in this since it's so young. And you can get that cambium layer, and that is anti-parasite medicine. But this may be just leaves here. You may be able to take this bud here, and that probably also has the vitamins and minerals in it. Not like the actual flower bud. Very strong flavor. Very strong.
And the honey it makes is kind of strong flavored.
Okay. So this is turkey tail mushroom. This is old. This is an old specimen, so I wouldn't really harvest this for use. When it's fresh, it's more supple. This is, you see, you can hear it crunch. It's kind of brittle, but there's different colors. This is the vibrant blue. It's just, this is my favorite. It's a beautiful color. We can kind of pass it around a little bit. People can see. Turkey tail, the way that you know that it's genuine turkey tail, it does not have gills on the back. It's smooth on the back. It's what we call a polypore mushroom. Okay? So you can look at it. And it's all over this log here. It's a very pretty color. Very pretty. You can make a tea, you can make a tincture, you can you can use it in salves and stuff. You can dry it and make a powder. It's extremely good for the immune system. It's very balancing to the hormones. I mean, to the immune system. If your immune system is depleted, it helps to bring it up. If you have autoimmune disease and it's overactive, it helps to calm it down. And then, like Dr. Yumi mentioned, it's good for the COVID too. This is called poor man's hydroxychloroquine. So we have poor man's doxycycline, and now we have poor man's hydroxychloroquine. So there's plenty of medicine down here in the woods for when the next pandemic comes.
Right.
So,
Delete that.
are you going to delete that? Bleep. Do you see the usnea?
Yeah.
And if you look down the tree, gobs and gobs and gobs of usnea. There's
Wait till it falls to harvest.
it's better not to get up there and harvest it. Harvest it on limbs that have fallen. The best time to harvest usnea is in the winter after a storm.
Okay.
Because it'll fall down, you know, and you can pick it up then. But it's all over. You can see it likes, yeah. Okay, pop quiz. Pop quiz, it's test time.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna just stand here and I want you to tell me where are some medicinals or edibles.
What are?
Where? Point them out to me right here in our environment where we're standing.
Right next
What is that?
The little thing,
The little thing?
honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle, yes. Honeysuckle.
I had the picture on
Okay.
my phone. That's why I should see it.
What else?
The little one right there.
This is Sabra.
I'll get those.
That is actually poison ivy.
This one?
That one's poison ivy.
Is it?
Okay, does anybody see a jewel weed?
The jewelweed then.
I think, Kalon, step to the side a little. It may be right behind you.
Not yet.
There's probably some down here. But at least you know jewel weed is the antidote, okay? What else do you see? There's some right back there by the bridge.
She said tulip poplar.
Yes, tulip poplar. What's that growing up, the tulip poplar?
Poison ivy.
Poison ivy. Very good. Okay. All right, you guys passed. Here's one right here in the trail that's going to get trampled. So because it's going to get trampled, let me just show you. This is a wild violet. The entire plant is edible. Some people make a confection out of the flowers. The flowers are very sweet and very tasty. This one's just barely getting a little purple flower. Some are purple, some are yellow, and I think there's white ones too, yeah. But the leaves are edible. This is a wild violet, and so that is edible. Okay. I think it has medicinal uses too. It's, if I'm not mistaken, that one has salicin in it, which if you've heard of ASA, acetylsalicylic acid, that's what aspirin is. So this would be a good pain reliever. Wow. Mullein is another one that is not, I haven't seen on this place, but Brother Ike and Sister Karan, they have a lot. It's got a fuzzy broad leaf on it that it makes really good toilet paper because it's soft. But it's a painkiller. It is, I believe it's a narcotic painkiller, so you have to be careful not to use too much. But it's also good for respiratory issues. I haven't seen any on this property. Okay, here is the jewel weed. Kalon's tapping his toe. And it's all back in there. So all in here you have poison ivy, and then you have the antidote of the jewel weed.
That's amazing.
And you also have the smilax right in here. And there's tips.